We are now going to use the customer appointment wizard to take a call for a new customer. So again, if you're on the main screen, you can hit F12 and it'll come into here, or if you've already got this open on your start bar, you can hit clear and you're all ready to put in the new customer. So when the new customer calls and they say that they are Halls and their address is 1010 Cardinal Avenue or Cardinal Drive, or actually I'm just going to fill in Cardinal. Let's see what we get for search. Well, and that they told you they're in Palatine, Illinois. Well, I do not see that here. So I do not see a recommendation of it. I'm not going to highlight it. I'm going to, I want to schedule an appointment now, but the customer's not in here. So this is left from before, from an earlier appointment. I'm going to say schedule now and I hit next. This will open up the brand new customer wizard. So I can start filling in the customer information right from here. Notice it's pulled the information on that screen and filled it in here already for me. So it's Halls Elementary School. I am not the best speller, so I can ask them, or I can hit spell check and get that fixed. I can set for what type of customer they are. That is required field. Also, if you've loaded up different types of sources where they've heard about you from, you can put things in here like Google, Yahoo, Yellow Pages, flyers, whatever kind of sources. You can use that for further reporting later. I asked the customer for get the rest of the customer information here. If I would have typed it in over there, I would have filled it in here. And the other yellow field that is required is a phone number. So I have to fill in the phone number. I'd also recommend that you probably want to fill in an email address. So that it can auto email invoices out to them and such. Now, is the bill to and the ship to the same address? It is. You hit yes here. If you ask the customer, they say they're different, you just click over here and say that they're different. I'm going to leave them as the same. Again, I'm going to do a schedule now, so I'm hitting next. And when I hit next, it is looking up this address, and it's saying, wait a minute, there seems to be a street mismatch here. Let's get that corrected. Well, it's North Cardinal Drive. And notice I didn't put in the zip code. It fills that in for me as well. And it's grabbing this information so that I can use the GPS coordinates to help you to schedule appointments. If the customer's in a newer area where maybe the new construction and it is not in the Yahoo map system yet, you can tell it save as and it'll override the information here and say just let it save as the address because the address does not exist in the system. Hit next. Again, it should then confirm that address. Notice it filled in Halls right down here. I am now going to be looking for a single appointment in this type, in this criteria of date ranges and time ranges, and I hit search, and it will come back with whatever appointments that meet that criteria. And here it says, hey, we're going to be over at the Palatine High School, which is 3.7 miles away, tomorrow on Thursday. So on Thursday, so we asked customers, is that a good time? And if it is, we will take that appointment. If not, we can always schedule for a different time on here. Let's say that they said, well, you know what, 11 o'clock isn't good, but could you have him come out at 3 o'clock? Well, I could schedule any of these guys out there at that time, though I know all of them are over 10 miles away. So maybe I'm going to try and book this guy at 3 o'clock and have him be staying out in that area, which I will use unscheduled appointments and see what other appointments we could schedule out in that area, maybe making calls on. So I could either choose this appointment that's in yellow, or I can set a new one that overrides and say, here's a different time that I want to put it. This incomplete address information is verifying the address and tells me I need to make an adjustment, and I'm not going to do that in this video at this time. But I can choose what my message is, and as you see in some of the other videos, you choose department and it filters down on that department for messages as well as for handheld devices. Notice that handheld went away. But this is a plumbing issue on this one from their call, and we're saying leaking pipe. See Frank asks about show you or whatever message that they tell you that they want to give you. And other than hitting save, this is now scheduled. So once we hit save, it will put it on their calendar. It will go on and be released out to their handheld devices. So now that's scheduled. I can come back over here. I clear this search. All my yellow recommendations are gone. They would have gone automatically away if I had scheduled it off one of those recommended times. Since that's scheduled off of that, they didn't automatically clear. But that's all there is to scheduling an appointment for a customer who's calling in that you have never worked with before.